Hi, my name is Angelica Ogden, and I'm going to be showing my students how to make iced lattes at Starbucks. So there's 3 different beans that we go with. First of all, we have our blonde espresso, that's going to be our most caffeinated one, and then our regular espresso, and then I also have my decaf, which has 0 caffeine in them. For every single latte, a tall one will get 1 shot, and then a grande, which is our 16 ounce, gets 2, and then a venti will always get 3 shots in there for you. So then on the machine, if you go to the left and you click this button, you're gonna hit the blonde espresso and you're gonna be queuing your shots for blonde. And then obviously there's the 1, 2, and 3 button. And then if you go straight ahead, you're just gonna do our regular espresso, and then on the very right-hand side is gonna be decaf. So when you make an iced latte, I have an example right here. It's gonna be non-fat with decaf and cinnamon powder. So I'm gonna hit the right button for decaf, and then I'm gonna queue one since only 1 shot goes into a tall. And then as for non-fat milk, so for standard, we always put milk to the very last line. And then of course you put the milk all the way to that last line, and then you're gonna fill it up with ice, and then they wanted cinnamon powder on top. Top it off, and then of course it'll say on the tag that it's going through drive-through, so we're going to put it at the very end right here. And then now we're going to start with our grande. So for the example that I have, it's going to be a grande iced latte. We're going to put soy, blonde espresso, and add whipped cream on top. So for blonde, we're always going to queue on the very left-hand side for blonde espresso, and then for every grande latte, always come with 2 shots. So we're going to get that going, and then we're also going to cool our soy, and then also get a whipped cream bottle. And then you always want to shake your whip just to make sure it comes out evenly. And then that's done pouring. You can always put your milk to that last line for you. And then top it off with some ice. And then they wanted whipped cream on there. And then we're gonna send this off. It's also on drive-through, so we're gonna queue this back here. And then finally we have an iced latte that's venti size, so these always get 3. They want coconut milk, and they also want light ice, and then cookie crumbles on top. It doesn't say anything about decaf or blonde, so we're just gonna queue our regular normal espresso. And then for light ice, for standard, we always go to that last line, but I'm going to fill it up just a little bit on top, just because they do want that light ice. And then I'm going to get those cookie crumbles. Any questions so far? Okay, so now we're gonna put it a little bit past that line. You just kind of get a good eyeball. There would be a good spot to end. And then of course top it off with some ice. But of course that was a pretty little bit of ice. And then whipped cream on top. And then last they wanted these cookie crumbles on top, so we're just gonna sprinkle a good amount. Put that lid on and send it off to dry. And then that's how you make an iced latte, all depending on which espresso beans, which alternative milks, toppings, and then how many shots go in each one. Okay, so now I have an interactive game with some of my students, Sierra and Mia. We're gonna do demonstrations of iced lattes, and then they're gonna be racing to see who can do them faster. So I'm gonna give Sierra an iced latte with 2% milk with blonde espresso, add whip and cinnamon powder. And then for Mia, I have an iced latte with almond milk, decaf, and then add cinnamon dulce topping. And then we'll be able to see and demonstrate if they know the proper knowledge onto how to make an iced latte, and we're gonna make it a little bit of a fun interactive game by doing a race. So, on your marks, get set, go. So they're both pulling their shots. It looks like they both have 2 shots, which is really good to see. And she is pulling out her 2% milk, which is perfect, and then as well as cinnamon powder. And I also see Mia, she has her almond milk ready to go for her latte. And she also has her topping ready to go. And then it looks like Mia is putting milk to that 3rd line. Looks like Mia might be in the lead. Alright, she's putting her ice. And then her topping. Alrighty, and then Sierra as well did her latte. Looks like they both demonstrated how to read instructions and make a latte properly.